These days are running slow. Sunsets and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place on earth I'd rather be. And I could try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere else. To all those places on the wall, and none come close to this, I'm sure. You try to say the sunrise the same.
Here we are again, as happy as can be.
You always seem to be here.
How you doing?
I'm alright.
You okay? But Adam was working night shifts, so he's a little bit tired.
I am clearing snow all night.
Clearing snow all night. It's exhausting going back to work after the holidays, isn't it?
It is.
Trying to get back into that routine again.
Routine? What? Wake up, go to work, come back, go to sleep, wake up, go to work.
I know. When can we retire?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Did you have a nice Christmas and New Year though?
I did.
Good.
Seems a long time ago.
It does, doesn't it? It just seems like a distant memory now. Lots of little projects to work on at the cottage.
You've got to get the fire going, that's the first thing.
I know. I haven't had the fire going all day today.
Woke up, it was freezing.
It's because I was.
Jesus God, there's no heating in this house.
It's because I was so busy with work, I didn't have time to light the fire. We'll get it going tonight. Oh, now that the holidays are over, we need to revisit the idea of finding out more about the history of the cottage.
Yeah, you need to go to library archives.
Yeah, go to the local library, see if we can find more information out.
I don't know how much they'll be, because it's not like it's a property of no interest or anything, but you never know. It might be old plans or stuff like that in the village as well, which could be interesting.
Yeah, there might be something.
Try to just follow the sweat, but I'll never find this anywhere else. I'll never find.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
So I'm taking down this horrible light fitting, which is broken, and it's got an old bayonet bulb holder, which we haven't been able to use since the day we moved in. And then it's going to have a more stylish braided cable fitting.
Ooh, fancy. Is this one of your fittings?
Huh?
Is this one of your light fittings? Are you using your creations?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it looks like it.
And then it's going to have a big fancy designer bulb on. But just got to decide the length of the wire.
I do like the vintage style braided cable on these.
It's much better.
I'm sure it'll look better than the plastic one that was up there.
Yeah. Just got to decide where it's going to go, because from there you could have the wire, if you wanted, linking across, like on hooped, to go
that's a good idea.
anywhere.
Yeah, because they used to have that in the olden days.
Because you could have it going from there all across and like in front of the coffee table.
Yeah.
But we need to decide that before I chop the cable.
Put your lips on mine. I love it when we hide in the pale blue sky, floating on cloud nine. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line, with you by my side I'll be fine.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well done.
Big statement light bulbs make such a difference in a house.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So much better than the previous light.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be fine.
So the paint has finally arrived for the bedroom, and the colours we are going for are red for the bedroom. Are you mad? Yeah, it's a nice red though, isn't it? It's not a vibrant red like a Santa Claus red or a pillar box red. This is kind of a nice subdued, muted red with brownish undertones. So we think this will look really nice in the bedroom. The vibe we are going for is a kind of cosy, cocooning atmosphere. We'll have the log burner stove in there, and we'll layer it with some nice vintage lighting. And yeah, we think it'll look really nice. So I had considered, the designer that I am, painting the whole room red, including the ceiling, the skirting boards and everything, but I decided it might be just a little bit too much, because the ceiling in the bedroom is it's quite low, and I don't want it to feel too oppressive and too gloomy, especially on a if it's a dull day outside, if it's not sunny. So the other colour that we have chosen is this one. So this is Dimitri White from Fire and Ball, and this one is Radicchio, which I think Radicchio, if that's how we pronounce it, is some kind of a red lettuce or vegetable, a cabbage or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, so this white, the Dimitri, will complement this, because the Dimitri White has reddish undertones anyway, and I'm not really a fan of white because I find it too stark. So I always prefer a slightly off-white, like a creamy white. But what do you think? Do you think that will look good? I know the colours look slightly different on video to what they do in real life, but we think this will look nice and cosy. So the plan is we're going to paint the ceiling in the white, and most of the walls in the red, and including the wardrobes that we built last year, we're going to paint those in the red as well. and it will just, I think it'll just offset it beautifully, like I said, as opposed to completely colour drenching it with the red, which was my original idea. So the paint has arrived. So this is the Dimitri White, nice and creamy, gorgeous looking. And this is the Radicchio. Oh wow, that looks a lot more pinky red than I thought it was going to. Hopefully it'll dry. Let's take a look at the sample again. That looks quite different, doesn't it? Hopefully it's just because obviously the paint in the tin is wet. Hopefully it'll dry more like this. So I'll pop that back on for now because we won't be needing this until we start doing the walls. And obviously I've got my undercoat there. And we went for the Farrow & Ball dead flat paint because we want a super matte finish, but we also want it to be as scuff resistant as possible, even though it is only the bedroom, so it's not exactly a high traffic area. Let's do this. So we've moved as much furniture out of the room as I possibly can. Can't be bothered moving the bed, so I've just covered that with an old sheet for the time being, and just put an old sheet down here. But to be honest, if this carpet gets covered in paint, it doesn't really matter because, as you know, this is getting ripped up and replaced with the flooring anyway. So the idea is this ceiling is going to be painted this white, and so is this wall. However, I'm not going to do the wall tonight because we'll be taking the skirting boards off so we can put the flooring down and then putting the skirting boards back on, so there's no point painting this wall just yet. So for now I just want to get the ceiling done and the coving, and then I'll tackle this wall probably once the flooring is down. So this wall is going to be red, so I'm not too bothered about going over because it's just going to be painted anyway, so I can tidy it up then. But again, I haven't taken any pictures down or anything because I won't be painting the walls tonight. It's just the coving and the ceiling I want to get done. This is a problem when you paint at night time when you're using artificial light, but at this time of the year, by the time you finish work, the natural daylight's gone, so there's no option. And at the weekend when I'm not working, I want to lay the flooring, so I want all of the ceiling to be painted. So this wall here, do you like the lights as well, by the way, that we got? So these are going to temporarily come off. We're going to have tongue and groove panelling, kind of 3/4 up to around here, which is going to be painted red. We're going to have a little shelf sticking out with a dado rail underneath. The wall lights will go back on to the panelling, and then the little shelf that runs across here is going to put little picture frames and things like that across. I think that'll look very kind of country cottagey. I just think it's going to look stunning.
So we've just popped these little ceiling lights out slightly so that I can just cut in around the hole in the ceiling, and then the chrome trim will just pop back in. So obviously I've switched the ceiling lights off for this because otherwise they'd be blinding me. I'm using my little portable LED lights so I can actually see what I'm doing.
It would have been far easier if I'd have just moved the wardrobes instead of trying to squeeze up there with a paintbrush and a roller. Never mind. That won't be seen anyway, or it won't be seen too much. By the time we build the wardrobes up, there'll only be a small gap between the top of the wardrobes and the ceiling. But that is pretty much the first coat done. I will need to do a second coat though because it's a bit patchy. And I think it's looking all right. I know you probably can't tell on the video, but even in the artificial light, I can see it's looking really nice, and I can tell the difference between this and the white that was on there. I don't know if you guys can tell on the video because of the artificial light and everything, but yeah, I think this is going to look absolutely perfect with the red. The only thing is, I may not have enough paint, so I may need to buy another tin of paint because I need to do a second coat on the ceiling. And yeah, thinking about it, I'm definitely not going to have enough paint to do these 2 ones. Although having said that, the wardrobes will hide most of this wall, so can I get away without painting behind the wardrobes? If nobody's ever going to see it. What do you think?
Our ceiling is peach.
It's not peach. You know why it looks peach?
Because of the green?
Yeah, it's because this is I know you guys probably can't see on the video, but this is like a greeny
Apple
colour.
green?
An apple, a very, like a white, a greeny white, an apple greeny white, if that makes sense. So this Dimitri paint, which has reddish undertones, against this apple white greeny colour, it's making this look peach. But once this wall is painted the radicchio red,
And it will change its colour.
yeah, can you visualise that now? Mm-hmm. Like that really works well with this. That works really well with this, whereas leaving the ceiling and the coving stark white, as in brilliant white, wouldn't have worked quite as well with the red. It would still have worked, but because this has got like a warmer tone to it, this white that I've just put on, it works far better with that. Trust me, it'll all come together.
We'll wait and see, shall we?
Famous last words. I am worried though that I'm going to run out of paint.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to order another tin.
What we saying about the window?
So window, it looks a little bit higgledy-piggledy because you've got one tone of wood here, another tone here, another tone here, another tone here.
Yep.
Even though they're kind of all similar. So I'm thinking colour wash the whole lot, all this wood,
Yeah.
apart from the windowsill and this bit, and then we stain this the same colour as we're going to stain the fireplace mantle.
Right, okay. So, well, this wall's going to be the white, the Dimitri colour, same as the ceiling.
Yeah.
So that's just going to completely come down the wall, the skirting boards, and you're saying you want me to do the window frame the same colour.
Yeah, and I think that will make the window look bigger because at the moment this makes it look smaller.
Yeah, you're right actually. Yeah.
But
But
then-
leave the windowsill was and strip it back and stain it.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I think that will look much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Going on a mystery tour.
And a mystery tour. Do you want to tell them?
Hey.
Everybody who's watching.
We're off to get a antique marble washstand.
So we're going vintage shopping. We found this gorgeous antique washstand that with a marble top that we thought would look absolutely perfect in the bathroom, didn't we?
Yeah.
I know we haven't started the bathroom yet. We're still concentrating on other areas like the bedroom and the living room and the kitchen. But sometimes you just see these pieces, don't you? And they are just too good to miss, too good a price to let go.
Too good a price, and it will fit perfectly in the space we're going to put it in.
Yeah, yeah. So we're on our way to pick that up. It's all the way down in Cumbria. It's a little bit of a trek for us, but we're hoping we can do a couple of other things while we're down that way. There are a couple of wood flooring stores that we're going to have a look at and see if there is any flooring that we like for the bedroom. So it's not just one trip just to pick up this washstand, although it is beautiful anyway, so we would have just made the trip just for that, wouldn't we? We had intended on visiting a vintage salvage and reclamation place while we were down there, but we don't think we're going to have time now, are we? I think we've left it a little bit late, so that's a shame, because I would have loved to have showed you some more of the vintage shopping. I know last time when we went to a vintage auction house and we were looking around all of the curiosities, quite a few of you said you really enjoyed that, and you were asking, next time we go vintage shopping, can we take you with us? So I would have loved to have done that, but as I said, I don't think we've got time now. I think they close around 5 p.m. on a Saturday. It's about an hour and a half drive to get there. So yeah, maybe for another day. Actually, we should go back to the vintage auction house again and take them for another shopping spree with us.
Yeah, or that place we went to where we found those cool old vintage shutters.
Oh yes, where was that? Near Edinburgh somewhere. It was towards the east coast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Next time we go there, we'll definitely take you with us. But yeah, as soon as we pick up said washstand, I will show you, and hopefully you'll like it as much as we do. I'm sure you will. That looks good, doesn't it?
It's not bad, is it?
That's really good. That was an absolute steal, that price.
So, marble top, made out of pitch pine. Nice tongue and groove, not tongue and groove, what do you call it?
Dovetail joints.
Dovetail joints. Some bits need a little bit of TLC, but that's fine. But overall, it's really nice.
It is. So we've actually done a little bit of research on this, and did you say it's Victorian? It's a Victorian washstand.
Yeah.
So the plan is we're going to upcycle it. Well, I say upcycle it, there's not a lot needs doing, basically. As Adam said, just get a little bit of TLC. And this is going to go into the downstairs bathroom. Eventually. once we've decorated that room is not priority at the moment. But as I said, this was just too good a... What do we pay for this? £60 or something like that? And we've seen them online for like hundreds and hundreds. So yeah, this is going to go into the small alcove in the downstairs bathroom.
Which is the perfect size.
It's just a perfect size, and we're going to have a little wash bowl on it and plumb it in and have put a tap.
Yeah, so there'll be a hole drilled somewhere in the middle. Nice big basin of some description. Don't know what sort yet, and then a big tap, which will come over.
Yeah, that looked really good. So it's to go in here.
Yeah, welcome to the 80s bathroom.
So this strange little alcove here with a pedestal base, and yeah, that'll look stunning in here, won't it?
Mm.
Excuse all the clutter. As I said, this room is
Not being touched,
Yeah.
but hopefully, because this is all hollow, the idea is to do sort of some wooden panelling or something with a nice daily rail halfway up the wall after all this horrendous tiles have been stripped off, and then hopefully behind here, because this is hollow, we'll discover a stone wall if we're really lucky, and then the top half can all be stone. Because I think originally this might have been a doorway, because this is hollow behind here. I don't know what's above there. We've got ideas for this, but this is a bit of a longer term project.
yeah, absolutely. And if you go back to one of our previous videos, we actually did a video showcasing a couple of our ideas, a couple of our designs, didn't we? And I don't know why, but yeah, we opted to choose the living room and this bathroom as the first two rooms to do. And
Well, this thing is, we don't need the second bathroom. We can demolish this room, and it's not going to impact our lives living wise.
because we've got the ensuite.
We've
Yeah,
got the ensuite, and
Yeah.
this will create one hell of a mess when we start smashing walls.
yeah. But what I was saying is we'd come up with the designs quite a while ago before we even moved into the cottage, thinking this was going to be, well, this and the living room were going to be two of the first rooms that we do. This is probably going to be one of the last rooms we do.
I don't know, it might be the next one after the bedroom.
Do you think? It would be cool to see what is behind these tiles. This is clearly an old doorway or something, because it's the same height and width, more or less, as the secret hidden doorway they found, that the stonemasons found on the gable end wall of the cottage. Yeah, it would look stunning. It's going to look really nice. Anyway, my point is that washstand, that antique washstand, will look really nice here once this is done. Okay, so that's the second coat of paint put on the ceiling. Hopefully that is enough. I don't want to wake up to any surprise patches on the ceiling tomorrow when I look at it in natural daylight. So what I'm about to do now is I'm about to attempt to take off the skirting boards, ready to lay the flooring once that arrives. And the plan is to prise the skirting boards off and hopefully keep them in one piece and not damage them, because there's not really anything wrong with the skirting boards. We just need to take them off so we can put the flooring down, then put the skirting boards back on to cover the expansion gap in the flooring. So if I can get these skirting boards off in one piece and then reuse them, that would be perfect, because I really can't afford to be buying brand new skirting boards for the entire room at this stage. So the tools I'm going to use to do that are this tool, which is it's kind of like a skirting board remover tool, I guess you could call it. I don't know what the proper name is for it, but basically what you do is you, well, first of all, with a Stanley blade, you'll score across the top of the skirting board and the wall, just to separate any like previous paint or anything from the skirting board, because otherwise when you prise the skirting board away from the wall, it may tear off some of the plaster or some of the paint, some of the previous paint, and we don't want that. So score along the top of the skirting board, prise this tool in behind the skirting board just by tapping it with a hammer, and then pull this lever, and you can see this little piece here. I don't know if you can see that. That basically prises the skirting board away from the wall. hopefully. I've never done this before, so see how this goes. Alright, so I've got my Stanley blade, I've got my skirting board remover tool, and like I said, first thing I'm going to do is just score along the top, just to separate the skirting board from the plasterboard. Alright, so with my skirting board remover tool, the plan is to basically tap this behind the skirting board and then prise it away. Oh, what's happened?
I think there's a power cut.
No way.
Yeah.
Is the rest of the street off as well?
Yeah, there's no lights at all.
Oh, brilliant. Just when I'm in the middle of filming as well.
Oh well.
Oh man, I wanted to get this done tonight.
I think I'll find a torch.
Find a torch or find some candles or both.
I will choose a rhythm you can dance to and write a song that only you can.
What's going on, Benji?
Anything
Are you worried? Don't worry. It's only a power cut.
sentence.
Benji, this is one of the joys of living in the countryside. Occasionally we will have power cuts. Isn't that right?
Got the candle.
just as well you've got all of your candles. And
Don't look so worried, Benji.
how handy that we've got the
Heating.
heating as well. We've got the stoves for heating. It's okay. Come here.
Is he worried?
He's a little bit worried. I think he's more
What's that noise?
wondering what the beeping noise is. I think it's the smoke alarm.
Our lover's nest protected and have
I'm guessing the smoke alarm's beeping because the power's gone off.
do everything to make you happy and trust the stars to light your way back to my arms. All I need to every time you go. But when your journey ends.
Was this our dinner?
Mm-hmm. With a cup of tea and a piece of toast.
Because we've got a electric hob, electric oven and a microwave, and obviously because the power's off.
I have sung your melody of longing until the last note I don't feel alone. I miss the way you make me happy. Around the world I have the song to guide me home.
Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you